I just need to check whether our esteemed panelist and Mr. Moderator is here or not. I would request our moderator, Mr. Raunak Singhvi, Primus Partners Speakers. Mr. C.V. Rao, Chief Technology Officer, Annapurna Studios. Do we have him here? Mr. C.V. Rao? In that case, I would request Mr. Ramesh Raskar, Professor, MIT. Okay. And Mr. Yashmit Kedia, COO and Chief of Staff, ChimeraVC. Well, they can be here any moment.
And Government of Rajasthan has taken multiple initiatives in terms of AI. We have a dedicated AVGC XR policy. We are soon coming up with our own artificial intelligence policy as well. And so we are at the cusp of something really, really interesting. There's a lot of revolution that's happening on AI front. And the topic today, I think it's very interesting because we have a diverse set of speakers, eminent speakers on our panel today, and that is going to make it very interesting. I keep it very conversational style so that the audience that we have can actually get some value out of it. So I'll also give a chance to the panelists to introduce themselves because I wouldn't be able to do that justice with the kind of credentials you people have. So first of all, we have Shri Satya Narayan Mishra, Meena sir. Meena sir has been the additional CEO for GEM, the GEM marketplace. I think public procurement in India has been revolutionized through GEM, and he has been at the helm of everything that is making the public procurement process very efficient, very transparent. And I think the numbers could be over and above lakhs of crores, where the total public procurement happens through GEM marketplace these days. Sir, we are honored to have you today. And if you can just share about what has been the journey so far at the GEM.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raunak, and esteemed panelist, stage, and the Government of Rajasthan and AI Impact Summit team. So government, please. So government e-marketplace, you might have heard about it. This is one of the unique initiative by Government of India in 2016-17 under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narayan Modi sir. And the concept, before this, many of new young entrepreneurs might not have been known that before this, we used to have a system called DGSND, where all paper and rudimentary systems were there. Procurement system was it was not so organized because it was centralized and there was so many issues, information was not flowed uniformly, and then so many cartelization, buyer, sellers, collisions were there, information integration of various portals, price, sanity, geography constraints. There are so many issues were there. So this concept of government e-marketplace, a centralized place for all government buying, especially it was initiated for goods and services for central line ministries, and slowly now it has been central line ministries, PSUs, and now state governments are also adopting the same. And I can tell last year's figure, financial year 24-25 was 5.43 trillion, 5.5 lakh crore, 7.2 million orders, 72 lakh orders we were able to place on the same order. And India stands third largest after GB's GSA of USA and CONEPS South Korea. We stand with the 64 billion rupees GMV. We stand third largest in the globe. And very soon we'll be, and this year we are expecting 7 trillion. So we are expecting that we'll cross second mark, and you can just see we have approximately 11,000 categories of products are listed, approximately 346 services, various services are available on this product, and all segments are taking participation from each and every corner. And government e-marketplace based out on three major pillars: efficiency, transparency, and inclusivity. Because government is not limited only to one or two segments. Each and every corner, irrespective of geography, every part of the country's sellers and buyers must be benefited and participated.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights, because I have personally seen the impact of GEM marketplace on Indian economy at large, because it has transformed completely all the sectors. Yashmit is with us from ChimeraVC, and don't go by his age, because Chimera is doing some amazing work out there in the field of AI. So we will have a VC side of things, VC side of insight, that how are they seeing this India story coming up. He's a chief operating officer as well as chief of staff at Chimera. And so good to have you, Yashmit.
Thanks so much. Unfortunately, I'm not as esteemed as, so am I right? He probably has more, he was the working experience than how old I am. But forgetting my age, my name is Yashmit. I'm the chief operating officer at ChimeraVC. We're an early stage gaming fund, India only. We like to invest about $500,000 in our first check. And in the last year, we've done 10 investments. With gaming, AI is just a massive integral part of that altogether. Right? Our story is very, very interesting as the formation of us as a VC. My partner is 19. So we kind of, the name Chimera is an unimaginable idea, right? What it is we have two super young people leading a team with $25 million kind of investing into the industries. AI is a big part of that. AI has now actually taken over every single sector, especially that of gaming. What's a fun fact is that actually AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and AI was actually perfected because of gaming. That was by the DeepMind team. So there's this guy called Demis Hassabis, and he kind of created AlphaGo, AlphaFold, which is one of the oldest and first AGIs. So basis that, I think I'm here now to kind of give some idea of what a VC is expecting to happen in AI and how Sandboxes and UGC creation will kind of take a hold of us going forward.
Thank you, Yashmit. And we have Mr. C.V. Rao, sir. He has been the pioneer in the post-production space. He's a chief technology officer at Annapurna Studios, one of the leading names in Indian post-production and media and entertainment industry. Good to have you, sir.
Good evening. I'm very glad to be here. Completely, we are into creative industry. Like you are in gaming, I'm into film industry. So definitely AI is playing a major role in creative industry for the filmmaking, either it is for theatrical or for OTT. So we used to have a lot of issues in the beginning, like before AI, to generate one storyboard or like any concept art. We used to go through a lot of steps. We used to wait for days to see the life of the scene, right? Now, but today, if you have the script, you will get to see your storyboard or concept art in a matter of 1 hour or 2 hours, if you have a good artist in hand, right? So artist also is very important, because the prompting engineers are going to play a major role in creative industry, because they should know how to prompt it, you know. If they know how to prompt it, they can get the multiple versions from AI also. Like otherwise, if you are limited to prompting, your output also will be very limited. So saying that, and also you may not get the final output at this moment, but going forward, you may get the final output. But it depends on your decision making. Are you happy with the output what you got, or you want to get more than that? Then that means if you want to get more than that, or you want to get what you want, then you have to go to the regular process. Okay, like to generate one shot, give the prompt and get the shot. If you are happy with it, happy. Otherwise, Like you have to hire the crew, go to the location, shoot it, edit, then color it, then see the shot, which is like time-taking process, right? Like earlier days, we used to shoot on a negative. So to see the colored video, you have to process the negative, then do the telecine, then transfer that into digital format and see the video like that. So in the future, what I believe in it, I think through AI, the films will come. Like you say, you can see 2D animation films, 3D animation films today. So different streams, right? Stream of filmmaking. 2D animation, 3D animation, anime is there, very popular with Demon Slayer nowadays, okay? So those films, can you make it with using AI is the question. But using AI, you can make films. It's called AI films in the future, right? That will be AI films, then live action films. Live action films will always be there because as long as human keep thinking, so they won't be happy with the output what they get automatically. They want to experience of making the film in the regular format too. But AI will be helpful for the future filmmakers, particularly for the new generation. That's what we believe in our creative industry.
Thank you, sir. I think this is what the diverse panel I was talking about. A policymaker, a VC, and a veteran from the media and entertainment industry. So, as you are holding the mic, CV sir, we have seen that in the recent times, AI has, as you rightly mentioned, that has been used in films, and we would see where full-fledged films are going to be made just by AI. Now, the topic that we are discussing is what is the cost versus ROI, return on investment benefit that you see? Because at upfront, there is a lot of cost that is involved. But do you think that in unit economics or business economics wise, would the ROI or the return on investment make sense? Because in making a film, there is writing involved, there is production, pre-production, post-production, and I think AI is, or the technology is largely transforming everything.
So the ROI, basically, it depends on the IP holder, okay? Once you have the right script, okay, the filmmaker decides which technology he wants to use to make the film, okay? So let's say you want to pitch your script to OTT, okay? If OTT likes your script, then you decide what the medium you want to use to make the film. So you may use a 2D or 3D or AI or live action film. So maybe you will be in a position to say the platform who is going to buy your content. You'll be in a position to say that I am going to use only AI to make my film. That will be cheaper than making an action film. And there you will get a lot of ROI, definitely. But if they agree or they don't agree, but if your script is very powerful, they have to agree. So ultimately, it boils down to the content. What kind of content you have, whether your content is strong or not. But using the latest technologies with AI, definitely the kind of investment will be minimal comparing with making live action films, going onto the locations with a lot of crew. So yeah, that's how
Sure.
it will act in the future.
Sure. Yashmit, since you have been evaluating startups day in and day out, and I think every other pitch you might be finding has a mention of AI, artificial intelligence these days. As a capital expenditure, because a lot of VCs shy away from the idea that if it's a CapEx heavy business, they are certainly not VC backable or a venture capital backable business. Now, how do you see that? Like, if a startup or a new age entrepreneur has invested so much into the artificial intelligence or technology part, do you feel that probably this might be a very difficult business to invest?
I think that is a misconception inherently. I think what we're seeing right now is a shift away from general intelligence towards more specific AIs. I think that's what really will be the AI to actually go forward, right? So even if there's a high R&D CapEx expenditure in terms of an AI product, we don't think that is not something to invest in. At the end of the day, our thesis as investors is to find a white space or be solving a problem, right? So if the product they have created, even if the cost of CapEx is high, as long as it's solving a white space or filling in a problem, I think that is definitely something we can look at. And like you mentioned, AI is really integral part of gaming. You see it every single startup will have some aspect because that's just how fast AI is progressing. It's a disruptive industry inherently, right? So I do think that a high capex really does not diminish the value of a startup, but it can be a red flag that we use to see is why is it so high? Is it because of a lack of expertise on the founding team that they were unable to actually build something? And obviously you can do comparative aspects to other startups to see were they able to build something for cheaper, or you can even take case studies from the West where they've adopted AI significantly better than Indians might have as of yet, right? So I think it's not a limiting factor by any manner.
Sir, question to you. You mentioned some numbers, and those numbers were truly mind-boggling, like 5 lakh crore plus value of transactions have happened on the public procurement through GEM marketplace. Now, you also mentioned about pillars like efficiency, transparency, inclusivity. Now, how do you see that AI, with the rise of AI, do you see that this process is becoming better? How are you adopting AI?
No, very rightly related and question. Thank you for putting this question, because sometimes क्या होता है ना कि सरकार में हो रहा है AI और इससे क्या होगा. वैसे तो ये पूरा प्रोग्राम ही आप देखेंगे गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव है, तो the way it is changing and Yashmit is rightly mentioning that India have to adopt the way it has been adopted globally. तो करना है तो उसी in the similar way. So when I mentioned the numbers, so the enormous data is available. Now since last 8 to 9 years, so much business has been done, and now we have a potential. So now we are using AI for decision making, we are for analytics, for compliance purpose, and for market sanity. Once I'm mentioning for decision making, so the kind of categories are being, the kind of products are being sold, at what price level, whether these prices are matching to the similar products which are already available in the market, for analytics purpose, for decision, whether this particular segment is going high, and with respect to demand versus availability, all kind of things, decision. And when I'm mentioning, because there is transparency, for transparency, the market sanity, we have an exclusive market sanity team where all kind of issues and possible collusion between buyer and seller, like you won't believe, there were used to be cases from the same IP, buyer and seller were used to do the trading. You can just simply understand what kind of this. So now from compliance and security point also, so all such kind of market sanity to decision making process for efficiency, we are using AI systems. And very soon GEM 1.0 is going to be transferred into GEM 2.0, where more advanced feature will be there, along including of all AI solutions.
सर, आप जेम 1.0 से जेम 2.0 की बात कर रहे हैं, और बहुत रेलिवेंट क्वेश्चन है कि AI सॉवरेंटी, डेटा सॉवरेंटी की बहुत बातें होती है कि डेटा हमारा डेटा है या मॉडल्स हमारे होने चाहिए, या डेटा हमारे यहाँ स्टोर होना चाहिए. So GEM के पास, I think the kind of data storage and everything. What are your views as a policy maker on AI sovereignty, sir?
बिल्कुल, data sovereignty with respect to compliance, as मैंने बोला, जैसे आपको बोला, with respect to GFR compliances, because once government की जब भी कोई भी buying होती है तो general financial rules हैं जो कि government of India ने होते हैं, तो हमें उनको compliance करना होता है. Then personal information of all the datas. And so we are taking care of all such kind of things, and then security of data, cyber security point of view. So GEM has taken all the steps, and while keeping migrating from on-premise to cloud, we have done, but we have taken all the precautions for data security point.
See, we as AI, we have seen that the technology in media and entertainment industry, 1930s, there was sound that came in. 1950s, we saw that probably color came into picture. Then 1990s was all about CGI, VFX, and all of those things. This is a time when AI is actually coming. And how do you see that the storytelling will change with the new wave of AI that's coming? What is looking different this time?
Definitely, there is a lot of help using AI tools for the filmmakers. The filmmakers nowadays, for whom we see is in the industry, the new generation is coming to the industry to make films. And the graduates who are like engineers from very reputed universities, they are coming to the film industry. So, they are very smart using AI tools and produce a short film or like a documentary to showcase their skill set. Because, otherwise they had to go through the process, right? They had to find proper budget to make a short film a couple of years ago, like let's say a year, 2 years ago. Today, they just need to have one laptop. They just need to know AI tools, how to present their script in the form of video to any producer and to any investor who can come forward and invest in his product. That is the big thing I'm expecting. We are seeing currently, because I meet many students who is coming forward, because we have a film college and we have production house. We keep hearing the scripts from the students. They come up with the proper pitch deck in the video format, and because they make like 4 or 5 minutes video, and they're showing us like, so this is the concept I have, this is the mood board, this is the flow I'm planning to present it, with the music, with the dialogue, and with the videos, with action they are coming. So that means it is a big help for the new generation. Also for the visual effects industry, what we are doing is actually, so to do the background extensions, we still use a lot of matte painting work, because we do in Photoshop and we have to develop in 4K, 6K, 8K, and which takes a lot of time. But with AI, it is really helping us to generate matte paints very quickly, and we don't worry too much about it with the quality of the image also, because it sits in the background, not in the foreground. If it is in the foreground, it has to be, the quality of the image has to be really good. Since it is in the background, because anyway we keep that as a depth of focus, it will be an out focus. So for even matte paint generation, it is really helping. Sometimes we are also creating the videos, full videos, because AI is very good to create night effect videos, because sometimes the clients ask for a temple shot, which we are working on the film. We shot one complete scene in the temple, all meets close, but we have to show that we have to have the one establishment shot. The temple is within the like center of the sea, the temple. So how do you get that? So to create that in the visual effects in a normal process, it costs a lot of money, but the film does not have enough budget. So we have used AI tool and created the video in 4K resolution, which is really helping, and we have checked on the big screens. But if you see 6 months ago, the quality was not that great, but there is a big change in 6 months of time. And we see a lot of change in next year. Maybe after 3-4 years, and you will see films made using AI tools. And also some festivals, they now open the doors to submit the films for the festivals, and they have opened the category for awards also. That is how it is growing, the AI.
Great. I think no field would remain untouched from AI, like media and entertainment. And yeah, we were speaking about a movie which Varanasi. I think that case study itself is a remarkable story in how.
Yeah, when we released Varanasi a title announcement video, some people thought it has been generated using AI, which was not true. So not even one pixel in any frame is being generated using AI. Everything was done using a traditional method. We used all 3D softwares, the compositing softwares, and spent almost more than a year to create that 3.5 minutes video. If you go back and see that, all assets are developed using 3D softwares.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I mean, if I may add on, the animation industry and the gaming industry actually work very similar in parallel. So I actually think that another point which I want to add on to what Sir is doing is that AI is actually reducing the barriers to entry. It's allowing people to pursue their passions more freely, where historically they might have to go into traditional methods. Having access and opportunity through AI actually is allowing people to expose themselves to what they want to build. For example, with Sir, if someone wants to build, like an engineer he mentioned, wants to build a game, it's a lot easier now today to build a game. It's called vibe coding, where you go to a no-code platform like Lovable or whatever else you want it might be, or even GPT, right? And you can actually build games just by typing on what you want to see. So it provides opportunity to so many, many more people about it.
So when you spoke about vibe coding and no-code tools, there is a small startup, and it's part of iStart program, what we are also doing in Rajasthan. A small startup from Jodhpur did a vibe coding tool, and it's like popular all over the world. The company's name is called Duolite. So coming to that question, Yashmit, what do you see, what do you believe in the India story? AI, India does have a advantage or no? Maybe we'll get to know, but what is your view on the India story?
So I think my India story is actually similar to the previous point about data sovereignty. I think India's story and success is in the amount of data we possess, and keeping it sovereign to India will be the factor that helps us grow. What we have is people, which means we have data. And in terms of gaming in particular, I would say that that should be leveraged to create, so for example, within Sandboxes, it allows us to iterate a lot faster and further to actually remove all the imperfection and kinks. So over time, with the correct infrastructure support by the government, I think having amazing studios, infrastructure plays, SaaS platforms coming out that actually support future entrepreneurs and current entrepreneurs to actually build global level games which actually hit the level of virality. I think that's where India's moat may lie, because we obviously have that level of innovation and quality of talent. There's no lack of that. It's the infrastructure right now that needs to uplift those people to the current level.
So, of course, investing in infrastructure, but more than that, investing in people and upskilling people, especially in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, would be a game changer for India in this century. Sir, इतने startups की हम बात करते हैं, and we have seen that किस तरह से AI revolution को startups use कर सकते हैं, चाहे public procurement की बात हो. Startups की एक शिकायत रहती है कि शायद public procurement इतना easily नहीं मिल पाता है या नहीं हो पाता है. What are your thoughts, sir? ये कैसे change हो सकता है?
Yes. नहीं, बिल्कुल आपका कहना सही है. और जेम, क्योंकि हमने अभी जस्ट बात करी AI की बात करी, स्टार्टअप की एज ए यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, तो इसी के लिए, इसी को इनक्रेज करने के लिए यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स एंड स्टार्टअप के लिए जेम में एक एक्सक्लूसिव गेटवे है, जेम स्टार्टअप रनवे. आई जस्ट वांट टू लेट यू नो एवरीवन दैट टिल डेट approximately 35,000 startup they have already registered. Approximately 50,000 crores business has already been done, and more than 5 lakhs order has been issued to these startup. And you don't need to do anything extra. The process is very simple, and the startup who has already registered under DPIIT under various 13 segments, if they are registered under DPIIT, they can directly onboard on GEM platform on Startup Runway program, and their unique product and services can be categorized, catalog can be uploaded, and various government, central government and state governments, as a buyer, they can take a products from those unique products and their specified services also. The market, I have already shown I already talked about the possible marketplace. So with respect to open market, I am also suggesting those young entrepreneurs, they must try and get use of this opportunity on public platform process. And those who are present here, our team James booth is already available, and people can go and meet with our teams. They will definitely help us out, and they can also reach out to us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Yashmit. Thank you, CV, for sharing your insights. We had a diverse set of panels. Are there any other questions? Are there any questions from the audience?
I also had attended your earlier session in the Mugda Hall. So, what do you think about the AR-based live theater characterization using the holographic and other kind of technologies instead of having watching a movie on a static screen? What do you think about having a live characters without having a glass kind of thing by using holographic and other kind of technologies? Because it can replace the characters that on the theaters and the movie.
Yeah, see, there are many formats to present your content. Okay, it's no limitation. So I just had one screening in the basement actually, in the film festival. It's a small room. They were sitting on the floor, literally on the carpet. And the room was almost like, it's a small room, maybe 20 by 20. Almost like 60 people were sitting in the room. So they did not expect any 5.1 Dolby Atmos 4K projection, but still they enjoyed. Likewise, so even your holographic thing also. So there are audience to see that, and definitely there will be demand. And also the formats, the film formats. If you see, you go to regular theater, standard screen, right? You also go to IMAX. You also go to Dolby Cinema, you also go to 4DX, D-Box. The film is same, the content is same, but the experience will be different. So what we have to focus on creating the content. So that is very, very important. And you have the technology available. So use any technology to present it. So why we have multiple formats of exhibition? Because we have different tastes from the audiences. To attract as maximum as possible, we need to get more audience to watch our content. That's the reason we need to approach different formats. This basically more wider, to make it more wider, make it more available. Because I like watching films in Dolby Cinema only. Okay, now today I've searched here because first time I'm coming to Jaipur. Okay, the moment I've come here, I've searched what is the best theater available in Jaipur. I've come to know Raj Mandir is the one that I should not miss. Don't watch the film, go and experience in the theater. Whether you watch it or you don't watch it. But the experience in the theater, why the theater has that reputation? Because the theater owner has passion to maintain that theater. I don't know whether he is making a lot of money out of it because it's a very big space. I'm going to visit today. Likewise, so the format of exhibition is like definitely it has its own audience. That's what I believe.
Sorry, very small follow-up question. Basically, I had asked this question because there it can help in a paradigm shift to in the rural India, specifically rural Rajasthan, to create digital content where expert teachers or expert doctors cannot arrive in a rural belt. Yes. So if we are capable to create a content in a digital format, because still there are not so many smart boards to teach the students. So if any expert lectures are available in a live format, then they can learn much more better, because some persona have that kind of capability to create a ripple effect in the students' learning. So that's why I had asked.
Understand? Yeah, no, it will reach more target audience. Basically, it's easy. That's one medium. Thank you for asking.
So my question is for the GEM marketplace. So you said you use AI in decision making. So I was just wondering, like in terms of financial capability or project execution, or whether they are having parallel orders with other companies, or I mean, to what extent do you go with a vendor? Like suppose in the normal tender process, you won't know whether the supplier is already busy with other work orders, but with AI, maybe you can find out that he has received other orders from other companies, but he doesn't have the capacity to deliver. So have you incorporated such things, and also about financial performance and past performance of quality and things like that in terms of decision making?
Yeah. So just briefing you for the larger audience. Government e-marketplace is a platform where they are a facilitation between buyer and seller. We don't get into after issue of the order. So bids are being published, and on those bids will be framed as per the various standard category of the products and as per the market requirement of the buyers. And accordingly, after fulfilling various criterias, those will be standardized so that it will reach to larger audience, larger seller base, and it will not be limited to one geography specific or one specific container. And after a due procedure, PO purchase order will be issued to selective sellers. After that, GEM is not having any role for execution. Now it is the role and responsibility of various users. So it is like after this Amazon or Flipkart, once order product is received to you, what you are dealing with that product, Amazon is not responsible. So in the similar way, once it is a facilitation tool right now. But while adopting this process, we are doing so much analysis and using various data analytic tools.
Okay, and you also mentioned about avoiding cartels. So how would you know if people are not bidding and they're just allowing one person to bid, or
So
the others who are silent? Like if there is a cartel, I mean, they'll just let one or two people bid. Others will be silent. So how would you know that the others are silent?
If only for because I'm taking your question as a different thing. I am allowing each and everyone to participate. I am not restricting to participate. The idea in earlier what used to happen, the bids used to publish in a very short notice, and immediately 2 or 3 person who were known.
2G scam.
I don't want to because I don't want to comment on that thing. But now a person, if a tender bid has been published by Rajasthan, then a seller sitting in the corner of Ladakh, Kashmir or Tamil Nadu, they can very well participate in that, irrespective of the geography. So more participation is there, more transparency is there, and it is a rule-based system. So we can definitely take a call on compliances.
Hello, hi, I'm Neeraj. I have a question, a passing thought for specifically Shri C.V. Rao and Yashmit. What do you think of this scenario? The technology is almost here for creating perfect digital avatars and personas of anybody, trained on their mannerisms, video, and in their image, and even trained on their personality. And the back-end intelligence is constantly progressing very fast, and other tools and techniques. So let us take a leap and think that can there be a point, especially you would be knowing, where a person's digital avatar would be licensed to participate in an AI movie, and there can be a business model in that. And so on and so forth. You can guess the rest. And maybe actors, they will license their digital avatars to participate in an AI movie. It will be perfect likenesses according to their body. They'll move and talk like that. And what do you think? So you get the gist, and lot other stuff, so on and so forth from that. And they will be just licensed their digital avatars. That way they'll act in many more movies.
Sir,
and
actors
anybody can license them.
Actors are already thinking, they are preparing for that actually. And I don't want to name it, very popular actor in India, very, very popular actor. He doesn't want to act. He's waiting for the technology to come, and he told many people to prepare his avatar.
Technology is almost here. I own some.
I don't know, there are issues.
Many levels of details.
Now, basically sitting here, my team is working on one project.
Lot of talent and money is being thrown at all this.
Yeah. So we are working on one project since last 1 year. That actor doesn't want to come to location at all. He clearly told us, you make my avatar, do whatever you want, and give me the revenue share. Don't give me any money.
Oh, it's already here.
It's already there.
Okay.
So that will take little time because we are going through the process now. But
things are speeding up.
The voice-wise, we are almost there.
Voice-wise, of course.
We are almost there. but sometimes we are not getting the 100% perfection. That's
Voice
the reason.
off also, if you take a sample, you can reproduce with emotion any kind of voiceover.
That's what, as I said,
10 seconds.
the decision maker is the captain. Who is the captain of the film?
Director.
The director. If the director is happy, whatever comes, that is done.
Who knows
Some
there,
directors.
Who knows, there might be an AI director.
But still, there are few directors. I'm dealing with them. They don't want to use AI at all.
Yeah.
There are people. Okay? And I was interacting with one director yesterday. He was talking to me, boss, I want to shoot on using 3D cameras. Can you get? Sir, why do you want to do it? Go shoot with digital camera. We will do the conversion in post. He said, no, I don't want that. I want to see it on the location. He knows that there is a technology, but he doesn't want to use it.
There is a viewpoint to all this, a perspective. It is all evolution. Like
Exactly.
from the manual typewriter to the electronic typewriter, then people say a lot of art will be lost. Then from that to word processor and a computer and
So it is always a generation change.
So evolution is there.
Yes.
Some people will resist it, but this is the way things are going, I think. Thank you very much for your
Now
name.
he will be using technology more, not me. He will be using because he's a youngster. He's
I
coming
think
into
you
the
will be
market
taken
now.
along on the tide. You cannot resist. You are a modern guy. You are sitting here. You are the CTO. Thank you.
Hi. So I think it's an amazing panel, very diverse and very good moderator. So thank you for that. We have been few lucky people to observe this. I wrote many questions for all because I was noting down the discussions. My first question is the smallest one. So with Yashmita. Yashmit. So currently in the gaming, like I see a lot of ads where they are capitalizing on people's real life. Like in the sense, people are involved in dating a bit too much. So gaming is mostly based on like it's basically an addictive product, primarily, mostly, right?
I don't think I'd agree with that outright because it very much does depend on the person. And I'm not even sure what you mean by it depends on someone's real life. There
No,
are
like
games like that. There aren't games like that. There are games which are like chatbot kind of games, but there are also more traditional games like shooting games or sports games. So if you could clarify.
Yeah, so addictive, I'm not even in a bad sense. But even gym going is addictive for some. The question is basically.
I just want to add one point here. Yeah. See, the technology is always there, so it depends on who is using it. Okay, it definitely very subjective. So if I have a crime thriller story, I look for it. If I have adult content, I look for it. If I have a very sensible story, I look for it. So when the technology is available, the way basically the creative person sees it, it depends on it. So
I agree with that. However, like with the retention, with the ROI, it's better if it's, I think, addictive. My question related to that is that when we try to design gaming for good, so in some cases, like if it's a corporate with like 1,000 people, 5,000 people, and we kind of want to gamify the working itself. In some ways, sales incentive is that. I have tried to do that. I mean, in my mind, it should be like every morning I should be so excited, oh, I'm going to work. And generally, people are like fed up. So are you seeing that kind of games in your portfolio, in your people you have invested in?
So you raise a very valid question, actually, which I think I've understood now. Gaming for good, obviously good is subjective, but what you're saying is you want to gamify certain aspects which can be more tedious and make it a more enjoyable experience, right? So I was talking to someone at the event yesterday. He works in brick and mortar goods. He wants to actually upskill and gamify the learnings of the brick and mortar. Imagine HVAC kind of stuff, right? He wants to kind of gamify that entire process. The hindrance in my head is simply that inherently that becomes like work. A person plays a game because they want to de-stress. If a person feels that HVAC stuff isn't de-stressing, they'll play it because they want to play it, right? So in our portfolio, definitely not. That's not really what we're looking for because it doesn't solve a white space for us. If it did solve a white space, we would be interested in actually talking to them. But we look for more edutech and gaming. Edutech is a pretty tough industry to crack. It's usually losing business, and it is more of a social enterprise than anything else with students in schools when you have those games they play, right? So I also don't personally believe it's VC investable. Obviously, I could be wrong. If something new innovative comes up, I'll happily take my words back and invest in the company if it makes me money. But I do think that gaming for good is not a real thing. I think you game because you want the dopamine from it or you have some utility coming out of it, and that's what it is at the end of the day.
So, yeah, definitely. So I'll just ask this one. It's very close to my heart. So I used to be a gamer. I was in IT Delhi, just like Satya sir. So mainly it is about the gameplay.
Yep.
Right. So are people using AI to create like the visuals and like the other things, or are people using AI to fundamentally research like what gaming is more sticky?
I think AI is being used for everything. Definitely graphics. First of all, I think Mr. can agree, graphics 100% is being used using AI. They're also using it to find out what are better retention loops, what keeps players more engaged, and methods of doing that as well. And also on the studio side, in terms of actually building out games, there are many platforms, something called Rosebuds.ai, where you can literally it's like a typed a game, where you chat something and a game gets built out of what you've typed out, right? So I think AI is being used in every single aspect within gaming as well. So it is definitely a yes, that you will see gaming across every single life cycle of a game. From the graphics aspect to the retention loop cycles, the ROI, to the analytics aspect. AI is being integrated in every aspect for sure.
Okay, so I have one more question for CV, sir. So, sir, like currently the production houses, like especially the smaller ones that I see in Jaipur or tier 2 cities, they are either very focused on the camera and the movie and not adopting tech as much. And then there are new ones growing, which have more engineers in them. So do you see this skill gap? Will the older ones, the smaller ones will phase out, or like how is the whole industry taking shape?
See, anyone, basically they have to definitely pursue the updates in the market. If they don't upgrade themselves, either younger or older, they will not be in the game. So anyone, say for example, now I'm sitting with Ash, he's young, almost 20, 25 years younger than me. 20 years? 23 is almost like 27 years younger than me. So I'm sitting here because I'm following the trend. I'm following the market updates. That's the reason I'm sitting here. If someone doesn't want to upgrade themselves, they will be out of the market. So I advise everyone, it's not about age, it's every person, they have to definitely follow the market and follow the technology upgrades so that they will keep doing good. And to say to your question about like the older ones and younger ones, definitely the new generation will use technology in a better way. Because the universities and the colleges, they are implementing these AI courses also during the classes. So their subjects too. So that they will have better knowledge and they will have upper hand in the market.
Thank you. Satyanarayan sir, one question to you. Like, is there any...
You are equivalent to 20 members here, huh?
I'm filling up the seats by my thoughts. Sir, so is there any different, because I see a lot of government departments are procuring AI services, both in terms of hardware integrated as well as just the data and software integrated. So is there a separate category within the GEM portal right now? Are you focusing on like where the government needs to procure AI? And is it happening more from the big ones like the PWCs, then the EYs and so on? Or are they also integrating newer AI technologies from smaller companies in India?
So very, very right question. But right now, it is more of a customized requirement. So we don't see much categories right now. It is in the software. But we are waiting for suggestions from various corners and requests from the government buyers. So we'll definitely create the market-based requirements and categories for this thing. So we are open for all.
One question. Hi, Neeraj again. This question is addressed to Shri C.V. Rao ji again. And so the question is again regarding AI. In the whole filmmaking process for an indie filmmaker as well as studio, script writing to storyboarding to mock storyboarding and maybe some prototype screenplay to show to people and other things, detailed motion study and all that, and to final shoot. In the whole process, how much would you say AI has impacted and automated? New tools are coming out every month, I think now, and as in every other sphere. So what would you say? My guess would be like 50%.
The pre-production stage, it is helping a lot. Almost like I can say the storyboard, the concept art.
Yeah, how good are they? How good are they?
Almost like 70% it is occupied in the pre-production.
70% is done. Okay.
70% is done.
That's
30% only couple of directors, they are very particular. I want the sketch this way. I want my character look this way. So the AI is very helpful in the pre-production stage, only for the storyboarding, concept art and mood boards. Pre-production, there are many things, okay? Don't take that wise.
So better quality, more throughput is the result with people being available, having more bandwidth to focus on strategic issues, higher level issues like that?
Yes, correct.
And post-production, how much?
Post-production, I can say 10%, not more than that.
It's good.
Because
We'll go there.
we are not able to get the best quality picture. That's the challenge we have. Maybe going forward, we'll get there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the lovely audience for making the session interactive and interesting. And I just hope we are not making AI anchors in future. I'll keep my fingers crossed on it. I would request Puneetji Jain, Deputy Director, DOIT, Shri Satya Narayan, Meena, Additional CEO, GEM. I would request Mr. Puneet to kindly felicitate Shri Yashmit, Kedia, COO and Chief of Staff, ChimeraVC. I would request Puneetji to kindly present the memento to Shri C.V. Rao, Chief Technology Officer, Annapurna Studios. I think cross ho gaya hai. Thank you so much. I would request Mr. Puneetji to kindly felicitate our moderator, Mr. Raunak, Singhvi, Primus Partners.